That radio chick Cheryl Lee here with you. Welcome to the Still Rocking It podcast, where we'll have news, reviews and interviews with some of our favourite Australian musicians and artists. Today I share a phone chat I had recently with New Zealand-born Australian singer of Scottish and Maori descent, Jon Stevens. Best known for his work in Jesus Christ Superstar as Judas and as frontman for Noiseworks, the Dead Davies and INXS. The now 60 years young pop star is back out the front of Noiseworks with new music, a new band member and coming to a town near you. What's Jon Stevens from Noiseworks been up to lately? Let's find out.
Cheryl Lee, how you going?
Very well, thank you. Thanks so much for chatting with me this morning. I know you are super busy, especially at the moment, so I really appreciate it.
Oh, likewise, Cheryl. I actually have a cousin by the name of Cheryl Lee.
Do you? Is she in New Zealand?
I do. No, she's up on the Gold Coast, actually.
Lucky.
But, yes, my first cousin, Cheryl Lee.
There you go. There's not many of
I had
us.
a little chuckle when I saw your name.
Well, there's not that many of us, so say hi to her from another Cheryl Lee from South Australia.
Oh, no worries. No, how was it down there in Adelaide?
Well, it's been a bit too chilly, actually. I envy her up in Queensland. Right, I know you haven't got very long.
All good, yeah.
So, we've got some very, very exciting news on the new music front and the touring front, but I just wanted to find out a little bit more about Jon Stevens. I know you're from a very large family. Was your family a musical family? Is it in your DNA?
Oh, yeah, very much so in my DNA. You know, I'm the youngest of 11 children, so I got to hear all the music that all my older siblings played, from the Beatles, you know, right through to Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, all the greats, all the soul stuff, all the classic stuff from Frank Sinatra, you know, I mean, to Mahalia, anyway.
Jackson.
So much stuff. Mahalia Jackson, yeah, my mother loved Mahalia Jackson. Look, music's always been there. Here we are a million years later.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm a musician. What can I say? It was my life's calling, and it took me a few years to figure that out, but I'm very grateful to do what I love and to be, still love what I do. Well,
that's pretty obvious. We've seen you quite a few times. Last time I think I saw you as Noiseworks was in Mannum, the Red Hot Summer Tour with Barnsey in 16, I think. And the last time I saw you was at Blues Fest. Hubby and I got on our Harley and rode to Blues Fest to watch you.
Nice. And, that's the first time I did Blues Fest this year, actually, yeah. So it was really one of those bucket list things that I was so happy to have done it. You know, they've just invited me back for next year, which is fantastic, because next year is pretty much going to be an all-international with only a few Australian artists. So
awesome.
Very tough to be asked back, you know, so it was certainly a magic show, that one at Blues Fest, no question.
It was. I interviewed Peter Noble and he said it was like the perfect storm, you know, with COVID and what have you. And he probably could never recreate 2022. Yeah. Well, it's awesome that you're going back.
Yeah, no, I'm stoked. Really, really excited about it. So I don't think it's been announced yet, but I just announced it. So.
Oh, you heard it first here. Is that some sort of scoop, Jon? Woohoo!
Never mind. They told me I couldn't say anything, so there you go.
There you go. You know what I noticed at Blues Fest, not just with you, but with all the artists and all the bands, I think because of the enforced downtime, how happy you guys look to be up there performing again. I bet it was just magic.
So happy to be, look, for everybody, the whole world, coming back online, I suppose, being able to leave your homes, being able to go out and work, being able to, go on a holiday. I mean, it's such an amazing thing when your freedom's taken away from you, especially for us who, lived through the Melbourne lockdowns, which I did, and all Victorians did. It was very, very difficult to come to terms with, how we actually were so sort of suppressed for such a long time. And, looking back on it, you kind of go, huh? Boy, was that really necessary?
Yeah.
And, what's the real agenda? I don't know. Well, things are coming out, but, it's all coming out as we go.
Yeah.
But it's good to be free, get on with life, and, that's about it, really. What can we say?
That's right. Absolutely. Live music is back with a vengeance. Woo!
It is.
Still Rocking It podcast with that radio chick, Cheryl Lee. Noiseworks released 3 platinum studio albums between 1987 and 1991 and had 3 top 10 singles across that time: Take Me Back, Touch and Hot Chili Woman. Here's an acoustic version of Hot Chili Woman from Jon Stevens' solo album from 2005, The Works. We'll be back to speak more with Noiseworks frontman Jon after this.
Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Are you ready? Hey! Hot chili woman make me weak at the knees.
Noiseworks are back too with a vengeance, and you guys last week, I think it was, released your first single in 30 years and straight to number 1. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it's very surprised. But look, we finished this record. It was meant to come out in 2019. Unfortunately, our guitar player and best mate, Stuart Fraser, passed away from cancer.
Yes.
And that put the record back on the shelf, and COVID happened after that. And here we are in 2022, everything's opened up. And, this year I've been touring a lot myself. And then, we're doing the Noiseworks and INXS collection tour, just playing the hits from those 2 bands that I fronted. And, the support's just been so overwhelming, and people are just saying, when's that Noiseworks record coming out? Because all the fans are like, come on, hurry up. And, so I spoke to all the boys and said, look, I can put the end of the year on hold for Noiseworks if everyone wants to do it, from November to March, and we'll just do a bunch of shows. We'll get the album out in October. We'll go and honour our mate Stuart and have some fun and, get this record out. And whatever happens after that is what happens, but it's only for a short space of time, so you're going to have a certain shelf life, Noiseworks. But the original band's back together, and Justin came back from America. It's the first time he's been with us for 30 years. So, and we have the wonderful, amazing Jack Jones playing guitar. Jack was, great friends with Stuart and the band since back in the day. So, the planets are lined up, and we'll go and pay homage to our mate and have some fun.
That's great. And do say hi to Jack. I interviewed him, I think, May last year. He's a lovely guy, and he seems an absolute perfect fit somehow. So I think you've done well there.
Yeah, no. As I said, when I first thought of Jack, it was like I said to all the boys, hey, what about Jack Jones? And all the boys just went, what a great idea. There was no other choice after that.
Good thinking, 99.
Well, he's amazing. He really is truly an amazing artist and an amazing guitar player. And he's a wonderful, wonderful guy to boot. So, we love him.
We've loved the INXS shows, and we love the opportunity to hear all those great INXS songs again. But I tell you what, we're looking forward to the Noiseworks ones, that's for sure.
You are listening to Still Rocking It, the podcast with Cheryl Lee.
We'll be back to speak more with Jon, but first let's have another song. No Lies, the debut single from their first studio album in 87. I'd like to dedicate this to the late, great Stuart Chet Fraser. So I think we're going to see you first. Is it at One Electric Day here in South Australia at Victor Harbour?
Our first gig, yeah.
Oh, we're the Virgins, woo.
Yeah, well, we're playing Port...
Victor Harbour.
Victor Harbour, that's right.
So get onto the Googleometer, Saturday the 5th of November. I think it's nearly sold out, so if you want tickets, you better hurry up. The Noiseworks are playing with headliner Susie Quattro and great Adelaide band, the Angels and the Baby Animals and the Jets and Chucky Starfish. Great lineup.
Yeah, Kevin Nicol, who's Noiseworks drummer, he's from McLaren Vale.
Great. I love that there's an Adelaide connection. McLaren Vale's a beautiful spot. Have you been there?
It is. I certainly have. And, I've been going... I first went to Adelaide in 1977, as a young teenager from New Zealand. I had a brother and a couple of sisters that lived in Adelaide for many, many years. And I still have some family in Adelaide, so it's a place that I cherish. I love Adelaide.
I love the Adelaide connection. McLaren Vale has great wine.
Oh, Just a few.
Yeah, that's right. After that, you guys are going on a tour called Take Me Back. Where are you going? Are you...
Noiseworks, we're doing the festivals, and then we're just going to put some other shows in around it, some big theatre shows or club shows or pub show, whatever. We're still in the process of putting those around the festival stuff. So, we'll just go have some fun for a few months and then get back to our day jobs, which is our own careers. I mean, that's really the gist of it, why you haven't seen Noiseworks for many, many years, because we're all just doing other things. And
that's right. You've all been busy.
After we broke up in 92, it was, pretty bittersweet, So now that we're all older and a bit more wiser, it's kind of, and we lost our mate, it's kind of like, we've got a whole album there with him on it. It's like, we can't let that sit on a shelf somewhere. That's just sacrilege. So just get it out there and, Stuart lives again. Yeah.
That's the best way that you could honour him, is to get it out there so that we can listen. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Get onto your Noiseworks Facebook page and keep your eyes peeled for the dates for the Take Me Back tour. Can I ask you, what does Jon Stevens like to listen to? So, like, if you're alone in your car or whatever, what's your thing?
I listen to the radio.
Yeah?
In the car, I switch between stations, but, obviously lately I've been listening to a lot of Triple M, because they were the first network to pick up the new Noiseworks song, Heart and Soul. So I'm still yet to hear it on the radio, so I guess that's why I'm tuning in a bit closer. Because it's always exciting, even now at this point in my career and in my life, I still get really excited about hearing, a new song on the radio. It taught me old school, I guess it is, but it is really exciting to hear that. So I'm constantly tuned to the Triple M right now.
Yeah. I grew up on Triple M. Here we affectionately call it Bogan FM, but, they do play the best music, don't they? Apart from me, of course.
Right, there's a lot I turn off. You have to change the channel. There's a lot of stuff out there that gets played. I go, is that music? What is that?
Oh, you'll have to have a listen to. You'll have to have a listen when I play. I'll send you the link, and you can have a listen to my little community radio station when I pop your interview on. Thank you so much, and so much for your time. And I'll see you down the front at Victor Harbour.
No. Well, come say hello. Don't be a stranger.
I'll give you a wave. Thanks again, Jon.
Cheers,
Ta-da.
Bye.
Still Rocking It podcast with that radio chick, Cheryl Lee. There are two reasons why Heart and Soul is such a great song. A, because it's such a great song, and B, because Jon Stevens is a Heart Foundation ambassador, and Noiseworks' new single Heart and Soul is forming part of their fundraising efforts for Give With Heart Day. Jon tells a tale of surviving open heart surgery after, in 2009, a routine health checkup found an anomaly in Jon's heart, resulting in the open heart surgery. Jon said he'd felt like he'd been given a second chance at life and now has a strong desire to spread the message about heart disease. Without any further ado, here it is, Heart and Soul, brand new music from Noiseworks. And if you get it, you're also supporting a very worthy cause.
I'm on my way to you. I'm on my way. It won't be long until I hold you.
I wanted to give you one more little treat before we go from the 1992 Australian cast recording highlights album featuring Jon Stevens, Superstar. Please enjoy. You're with Cheryl Lee, that radio chick. Thank you so much for joining me on the Still Rocking It podcast. Hope to catch you again next time. Get out when you can, support Aussie music, and I'll see you down the front.